Greetings from the Eccentric Man, and today's video is a review and look at the Italian Army Black Shirt box, the new plastic figures from Warlord Games. I'm also having a little look at some of the books that you can get info on to put them together and to paint them. So stay tuned. You will also find out, can you make the Bersaglieri from this box set? Stay tuned and find out. The Eccentric Man YouTube channel is kindly sponsored by Lost Ark Games in Stevenage. They've got a good selection of bolt action and always have the latest releases. If you're starting up with the Italians, the Armies of Italy and the Axis book is definitely recommended. And you can find different Italian armies and different national characteristic rules in the different campaign books. These are the three. You may even find them in the Ostfront book as well. Osprey do 3 books, part 1, part 2, part 3. I've got 1 and 2, and I've got part 3 on order, and they're very useful. Let's have a look what we get in the box. I think that's all that's coming up. So we've got a little thing. That's going to be the decals, I would hazard a guess. Packed by Cosmina. And we've got our decals for the Italians. Yep, and they all relate to different things. So you've got your normal infantry, you've got your black shirts, all to go on the front of the helmets, and then the arm decals. Yep, so there's a good little number on there. We've got our instructions page. Oh yeah, and it shows you on the sheet colours, how to paint, and the emblems, helmet emblems, army, black shirts, carabinieri, and granataria, the grenadiers. Yep, insignias for the sleeves, and black shirt cuff insignia. So, all good, and the painting recommended, so that'll be interesting, because I do need to paint up some of the Italians in their blue, green, grey colour. Yeah, and on the other side, what you get on the sprue, and which goes with which. So that'll be interesting. A lot going on the sprue. Oh yeah, so we got our bases. Yep, 30 bases for the 30 men in the box. Five sprues of 6. I would hazard a guess they look like they're all the same. Yeah, no command hiding away, so yeah, look all the same, so we just need to go through one of the sprues. Let's have a look at the poses first. Standing, running, walking, standing. On guard positions, that's not bad. And one kneeling. No lying in prone, which I don't like, the prone ones. People do, but I don't really like them. They're just a bit of a pain to fit in your box when you're packing up. Right, so basic uniforms of the troops from whichever theatre that they went in. Looking at the helmets. A variety of helmets. We've got the desert ones. The normal army helmets, but they were worn by the black shirts as well. We've got some black shirts caps. We've got some black shirt feathers that you can see on that bit of sprue there. It's wanting to focus in on the lines behind, which is a bit of a pain. Let's see if we can alter that. I thought it was going to be better than having just the bare table, but obviously the lines seem to be picking up sharper than the things in front. Right, okay then, plan B. Right, let's see if this is any better. Yes, I think that's sharper, don't you? Although it's making the colours of it, making it, even the figures are a bit darker now. But anyway, as we can see the heads. The features are nice and sharp. And over here we've got a few more of the Italian caps we can use for officers, which is good. So we've got our 6 men for the sprue. We've got a good variety of heads. The one difficulty is that you've got 4 of the feathers, 4 of the caps with the trailing tassels. Only 2 of the black shirts in fez if you wanted to run them that way. Of course, there's 5 sprues, so you could have a unit of 10, which would give you 1 unit of them. So if you were looking to make a whole army of black shirts, then you wouldn't be able to do that. Unless you were going to mix the 4 caps with the 2 feathers. But I'm not sure that they would have had mixed hats like that. We'll have to have a little see if we can find anything on that. But other than that, you've got a goodly number of the desert hats and sufficient hats of the normal infantry helmet. Daggers that you've got here on the side. And a few daggers in scabbards scattered around. You've got spades to attach. We've got a pistol case there. You've got backpacks, gas masks, more daggers, sunglasses for doing your desert troops or your special long range Arditi, I think it is, Arditi. Pack here is your light machine gun with spare barrels. Who's got this pack there? Ammunition carrier. Got the LMG in a being carried position. I think that one. With a bit of ammunition. Not sure what that is, but you've got the Italian gesture in the hand there, which is a nice little touch. Got the LMG legs. Rifle-wise, we've got this one being at the carry. Submachine gun for the NCO if you wish to go that route. Got a pointing left arm, that's good. Ammo carrier on the right. Got a left arm there. At the bottom. Or was that a right arm? Could be a right arm. LMG being fired at the bottom of this sprue here, so that's good. Nice little officer bits here. You've got notepad and paper. Could be used for an artillery observer, could be used for an officer. Binoculars, good. And a pistol in the right hand, that's good. So that could be a rifle being fired, rifle being carried on the right, a rifle being held at port, I think that's the term for it, position, firing the rifle, another cocking the rifle or loading it. I think that's having it in a position across the chest. Another one loading it. I think this arm here can be used in conjunction with the ammo, because this is the left arm with the rifle and the ammunition case is the right arm, so that can be used. Detail wise, I think, yeah, they're pretty good. You can see the shirts. Let's see how close we can get. We've got shirts underneath the tunic, and you can probably paint that dark grey or black for your black shirts. How well it will stick out on the figures depends on how dark you go for that blue-grey uniform, if you run it that way. But other than that, it looks a reasonable sprue. All we need to do, yeah, not bad. I am lacking black shirts in my army. I've got the metal Italians, so it'd be interesting to see how these measure up. These are going to probably be a bit chunkier and probably a bit bigger, because the newer sculpts are a little bit bigger, as we've seen for the other armies. And the Italian metals is one of their older sets. But I'll take a couple of stills of pictures and put them in with a couple of pictures of the uniforms. Yeah, I think that's quite a good sprue. Now you may be wondering, or even thinking, that there is no Bersaglieri on the sprue. But you are wrong. If you have a look at the picture here, you can see this guy on the right sitting there with a red cap, and the caps that you get in the sprue. And this is the Bersaglieri. They were awarded the red or scarlet cap from the Crimean War, where they were fighting next to the French Zouaves. And they did so well that the French Zouaves presented them with the red fez caps. So you can do Bersaglieri from this box, but you don't get the black feather ones. And I think they are going to be in another box that's going to come out later. So that'll be the colonial troops and the Bersaglieri with the black feathers. Here we have them side by side, and we've got the metal ones that are painted. We've got the two from the infantry pack, and the metal infantry pack does the Bersaglieri, and it also does the infantry in these hats and also in the standard Italian hat. You can see that they're relatively okay height-wise, but not as chunky as the new ones. The newer ones have a bit more body to them, but you probably get away with mixing them in once they're painted. So, picture of them on their own, and then a final picture of them side by side. So there is a bit of difference in them. Possibly when you look to it, it's a difference between Perry and Warlord metals and plastics, and then you've got these ones here. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the review and found some interesting things in it. Look forward to chatting to you again, and until then, hit the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. Hit the notification button to get to know when the next video comes out, and give it a like, and stick any comments in the comment section below, and I'll answer them all. So thanks very much for watching.